The National Organization of Trade Unions, NOTU, in partnership with Startup Africa online gig program, have broadened training of Uganda refugees and the host communities on labor laws and labor rights. Over 50 participants attended the training at Kabaragara KCCA Youth Center in Kampala. The training on raising awareness on labor laws and decent work standards targets refugees and the host communities under the partnership for prospects, as the NOTU program officer, Businge Nicholas, explains.
I'm called Businge Nicholas, and I work with the National Organization of Trade Unions, NOTU. As NOTU, we a labor movement center. We support, advocate, promote, and advocate for workers' rights to ensure decent work and social justice for all workers in Uganda. And as far as this training is concerned, on awareness creation on labor rights and labor laws in Uganda with respect to international labor laws and standards, this training we have been looking at the refugees and host communities, particularly those youth who are interested in joining labor force. This training is proudly supported and funded by ILO and the ILO Prospects Program, where we ensure protection of the refugees and host communities to ensure that when they are within workforce, their fundamental rights, freedoms within the workforce is respected. And today we have been engaging the refugee youth within urban settlements of Kampala, and particularly those who are interested in online or digital, because the world, as you know, is moving towards ICT, is moving towards online platforms. A lot of jobs are being created or are being availed by government to ensure that we take opportunity of this new workspace. That's why, in partnership again with and the collaboration with Startup Africa, who have been training these youth in digital skills, how to market, how to make sales, and how to conduct themselves in online platforms. For us, we are coming in to build that bridge of the laws, that even if they're going to work or they're working within online, the Ugandan government has enabling laws which can protect them just as any other worker outside online workspace. That's why it is important for us to do this training, and we are very, very appreciative and very happy that ILO is supporting us to ensure that refugees, their rights and freedoms are protected, because there are laws right from the 1951 Refugee Convention, the 1969 OAU Convention, and in Uganda we also have the Refugees Act of 2006, which permits refugees into gainful employment opportunities. But we are mindful that if they are not protected, then their rights may be abused and violated.
The Startup Africa online gig program manager, Lona Charity Aya, said the program sets up an ambitious goal to enable the refugees in Uganda secure dignified employment for socio-economic empowerment.
My name is Lona Charity Aya. I'm a project manager at Startup Africa. Startup Africa is an organization that empowers entrepreneurs and business people to make scalable businesses. So specifically for this project, I am here for the online gig work program. This is a project that Startup Africa is implementing for the International Labour Organization, and the objective of this project is to train and identify, train and link identify, train 200 refugees in both Kampala and Nachi Valley. So the same training that is going on here is happening in Nachi Valley. Yes, so the other thing that we are going to do will be link 150 of the 200 trained to paid online gigs. Those gigs are live between graphics design, digital marketing, web development, mobile application development. We have data entry, among others. Any job that you think about that can be done digitally or virtually is among the jobs that we are going to link them to. Yes, we also have social media marketing, and the jobs are in relation to that. Yeah, so the other thing is that this training started in April and is happening in cohorts. Yes, so we've been having cohorts of 25 people attend. Then once they are done with their 10 days of training and mentorship, they move, and then the other lot comes. So what happens is that when the other lot leaves, they are given test projects. Those are projects that we are using to test if they are actually ready for those jobs. And once that is done, we profile them and put them in the job linkage pipeline, where we shall pick them from to connect them to the jobs. And a part of their training is they are opening up profiles on all the global platforms like Upwork, Freelancer. Yes, and then the Ugandan version is Collaborate, and it is through Collaborate that we are going to be able to link them to the jobs.
Participants analyzed the multiple discriminations refugees face in vulnerable communities and were optimistic that the training deepened their understanding for necessary industrial mechanism and policy frameworks.
So my name is Joshua, and I'm glad to have participated in the training by NOTU. Under this program by NOTU, there is a lot of things that have been covered. For example, the rights of a worker within our workplace. Many of us we move out of our institutions, learning institutions, that is universities, sometimes institutions, and you get to a workplace, and the only thing you know is how to provide your skill or service or your time in exchange for money. But under that contract you have with an employer, there are some underlying terms that you as a worker and an employer have to follow for the working relationship to be good. So some of these I've been able to learn under this program by NOTU, and I think this will be very helpful, and for all the youth, if it's possible for sensitizing, all the youth should be sensitized about these rights and freedoms they have within a workplace.
Okay, my name is Businge Nicholas, and I have submitted for this Gigi online trainers, and I have found it like it is absolutely good, like absolutely. It builds you like from 0 up to 100. Like I like it, and I got many chances there. Like you can do from home, because I used my jobs before like in traditional way. At this time, it is absolutely smart, and it does not feel tired, and I go one step of my life because of this short process. Even this one, I didn't know, like we have a right to ask what is right for us, Most of the refugees, they didn't know what the law says. And what I get from this section is we're supposed to be read that laws what they say, because there is no bribe there. There is no any which is bad thing there. We supposed to be read them, then we supposed to be go through them. There is no ask, there is no answer if you go on the right way.
Uganda's refugee policy under Act 21, Refugees Act 2006, allows refugees lawfully staying in Uganda to have access to employment, equal rights, to engage in business, and rights to protection from discrimination along lines gender, race, color, freedom of worship, and movement.